move on to the 5th pick, which belongs to Rain or Shine Elasto Painters. Coach Anton, you're up again.
Okay, 5th pick. Yeah, since NLEX got, Carlo picked Malonzo, and Rain or Shine is in need of a guard or wing. The best name right now is Jeremiah Gray.
Okay.
Yeah, Jeremiah Gray. He can actually at 6'6", he can play the guard. He can play. He's athletic. You coached him in Mighty Sports, so alam mo kung
Puro Mighty Sports
Corner roll.
Dapat yata sponsored na tong episode na to
30 coach pa, Mighty Sports. Problema, lahat yan, di mo alam kung clear to join the draft.
Immaterial, coach.
Immaterial for now, guys. For our fans, it's immaterial. Don't worry, we will have an updated one. But we are taking the scenario because we still don't know. And we just want to have fun with it. Okay, Coach Anton, bakit pa si Jeremiah Gray?
Yun nga, like I said, talaga complete package yan for a guard. With Rain or Shine, he can be an instant impact. Yun ang hinahanap nila eh. And they have someone like Gabe Norwood, and ito parang ano to, he's long as Gabe Norwood, pero more of a scorer to. Talagang I think something na well, he can defend also, but he's more of a scorer talaga na pwedeng maging go-to in the future.
Well, who else were you considering? Just out of curiosity.
Honestly, it was Malonzo.
Malonzo.
Pero naunahan ako ni Carlos, so yeah.
Okay. Ito, Magnolia is our 6th pick. Can you guys guess sino kaya yung magpipick sa Magnolia? Loyal Magnolia fan for the longest time.
Before.
Siyempre. But he knows this team the best. So, Carlo, who do you have for Magnolia?
They clearly need a big, right? Kasi big man yung kailangan. But there are a couple of available talents who are not necessarily bigs that I could also consider. So, do I get someone who can play 3 and hindi pero this is a tough one.
You have time? I'll give you time because I know you're thinking hard.
Personally, I'd want to get Alvin Pasaol because I think he is talented enough to be a helpful scorer. But I would want to add size as well.
Okay.
So I will have to go with Leonard Santillan. He's a proven rebounder, masipag, sobrang sipag na rebounder, and he knows his role. Hindi siya magkakamali because his role will be defined. He does not have to score a lot because the Magnolia's offense will be generated by the guards anyway. If he can, settle into a Rafi Rivas role for a power forward, then that is what Magnolia needs.
Oh, by the way, Mighty Sports alumnus rin yan. Just put it out. Okay, but Carlo, do you see Santi playing the 3 spot in the PB, or do you see him purely as a 4 or 5?
I think with Magnolia, he will play 4. Kasi the way that Coach Chito plays 3 guards, how he likes to play 3 guards, and then if a 3 will get to play, it is more often than not, it would be Rome. Okay. Diba? His best defender. So I think he will be exclusively as a 4 in the Philippine Cup. Maybe in the import conferences, he will slide down.
Coach Anton, since again you've spent the last few years with Santi, your thoughts on him and I guess the position he played in the PBA and just him being a PBA player?
Ako, I love Santi. Talagang I've never seen a player who's talagang sobrang sarap i-coach kasi he just works hard every practice, goes all out every game. Whatever he can guard the wing, he can be a big, he can shoot. Talagang it's easy to to say good things about him kasi talagang he's being compared to someone like Mark Pingris. So being with Magnolia, magandang storyline din yun na he would go to Magnolia.
Okay. Pero ikaw, Coach Anton, I have to ask you this because 2 3x3 players of yours have been picked. Probably the other 2, well, may probably get picked also. But do you feel that playing 3x3 for so long without playing 5-on-5 for maybe a good 1-2 years, will that affect them? Yeah, the adjustment.
Siguro slight lang kasi I mean, you played 3 years na 3-on-3, but before that, you played more than almost all your life na basketball. Siguro, I don't think it's gonna be a big factor. Actually, it will help in terms of physicality, in terms of siguro speed. Nakakatulong din sa inyo. More than as a disadvantage.
That's fair. Okay, at number 7, we have Alaska. Randolph.
Coach Charles, this pick, ito I can bet to all of you and even to our viewers na alam ko mali talaga to. For the reason na alam natin na there's a strong possibility that there will be a special Gilas draft. But looking at Alaska and looking at the depth of the field na sinasabi natin sobrang loaded, ano ba yung kailangan ng Alaska? They just lost Sonny Thos who retired. They badly need a point guard. Pero for this pick siguro, I think they need to get the best talent available. And for me, at this stage, it's Calvin Oftana, who's a proven scoring napakita niya sa Gilas, was an NCAA MVP. And it would really be exciting. Theoretically, if we can see him and Alin Bulanadi play side by side sa Alaska if given the chance.
Okay. Well, unang-una sa lahat, Randolph, kaya tayo nandito, hindi tayo kaya tayo nandito, hindi sa PBA defensive ka naman sa pick mo. Why? It's a good pick. We are assuming nga na bawal. I mean, walang bawal na lahat eligible nga ngayon na walang Gilas draft. For now. Okay. Guys, what do you think of that pick? Interested ako, sinabi mo, Alaska needs a point guard. They still have Casio and Ahan Misi. Ano, Coach Pao, what do you think?
For me, I think it's a good pick. Obviously, and a lot of you would know this, one of my favorite players who's not from CSB is Calvin Oftana. I think he's a very, 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 very special talent. And if this was another draft, he could easily be a top 3 pick. You can't go wrong picking Oftana. You want to play the 3, you want to play the 4, he can do both. He's going to be a good player and no complaints. I do think that maybe they could use a point guard, but I don't think you can pass up on Calvin if he's available.
Okay. All right. Since nobody seems to have objections, let's move on to the very important pick, which was traded for CJ Perez, basically the number 8 pick, which is Terra Firmas. Goes to you, Coach Anton.
Very interesting talaga tong pick na to. Again, the best talent available for this pick, and I think may mga ibang factors din akong sasabihin. Ang pipiliin ko for this pick for Terra Firma is Taylor Statham.
Wow. Bata mo yun, siyempre.
Well, yeah. One factor na naisip ko na bakit yun is magsasama ulit si Joshua Munzon and Taylor Statham in Terra Firma. And that's a very good combination na they have chemistry together, they play well together. And in yung ibang factors, of course, syempre titingnan natin si Taylor Statham. What can he do? He can play the wing. He can play big. He can shoot. Veteran, internationally played in several countries. I think talent. He could easily be in the top 5 for me. Pero yeah, I mean that will be a steal for Terra Firma at number 8.
Sundo pala sa Raymond Zone? Kala ko nga, hindi. Kaya...
Best friend.
Okay. Parang galit-galit sila palagi. Guys, what do you think of this pick?
I think Terra Firma needs a big. I mean, yun yung kailangan nilang, yun yung sobrang butas nila in the PBA bubble. You could see it na parang they were forced to play Roosevelt Adams as a 4, which basically rendered him, parang it took him away from his game. We know how good he can be, and then they played him out of position. He basically struggled in their first few games. So they need a big who would just play as a big.
Okay. That's a good point.
It didn't look as much of a gamble after kinuha ng Blackwater si Mauricio last year. But it made sense for Terra Firma in picking a Taylor Statham just because it adds more ceiling sa kanila. Kung titingnan natin yung front line nila ngayon, who do they have lang? Si GP Faundo, Joseph Gabayni, Christian Balagasay. Those are, kumbaga, for contending teams, not to demean them, but kumbaga second unit yan eh. I'm not saying na it's a guarantee na magiging starter itong si Taylor Statham, But pairing him up with Joshua Monzon, knowing what they can do dun sa 3x3 will be really interesting pagdating sa 5-on-5 court.
Oh, they better get a good pick at that 8th pick after what they just gave up.